Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. In case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a nice full body flexibility practice. I'm going to use my bolster a little bit today. If you like a pillow or cushion to lay on at the beginning of class, throughout the class, feel free to grab something. But you're going to need just a little bit of space to move, and let's get started. So we will begin today laying down, and if you do like to lay on something, feel free to grab it. And if you want to lay flat on your back, you can do that too. You might also make a diamond shape with your legs, or maybe you will keep your knees bent, your feet planted, or you even keep your legs out long. But just find a comfy place so that you can close your eyes and start to relax through your shoulders. And take a deep breath in and let it go. And just allow yourself to slow down your day. Relaxing through your legs and your hips. Taking another deep breath in and out. Maybe allowing yourself to lay nice and still for a moment. Maybe that moment turns into a few moments. But just resisting the urge to adjust your clothing or scratch your nose and just settle right in. Just feel your breath. And let everything else go. And taking just another breath or two before you start to bring some movement back into your body. Maybe that's the fingers and the toes first. Maybe it's another deep, deep inhale and exhale. But eventually you can move your legs so your feet are on your mat, your knees are bent, and if you are laying on top of something, you can sit up a little bit, take it out from under you, slide it to the side, and lay back down. But maybe bring your knees towards your chest. You could even add a gentle rock, side to side, massaging through the low back. Maybe just letting your eyes close again if they are open, and just notice how you are feeling so far today. Are you feeling some extra love in any areas of the body? You can keep a hold of your right knee, but let your left leg go out. Feel free to keep the left knee bent, or you can send it out long, but give your right knee a big hug towards the chest. Soften through the hip. Maybe you will let your knee kind of fall out to the side a little bit. You might even lift your foot and find half a happy baby. See if you can bring your foot on top of your knee out to the side a little bit, feeling even more love through the hip and the leg. And if you did grab your foot, you can start to let it go. Bring your knee back towards the center, towards your chest. Give it another big hug. We're going to move into a twist from here so that right knee can just start to cross over top of your body. If you want to grab your pillow to go underneath your knee, you can. If you want to bend your left leg under the right one, you can do that too. But adjust your shoulders if you need, if the right side starts to lift. Maybe turn your chin towards the right side too. Feeling the twist through the spine. Maybe some love through the hips. Maybe the neck. And stay for just one more breath. Using an inhale to help you roll back out of that twist. Your left leg can start to come towards your chest, but if you do want to take a moment here just to rock side to side a couple times or move a little bit, you can do that. Before switching, hugging the left knee in towards the chest, take as long as you need. The right leg might stay bent, it might go out long. Give that left knee a nice big hug though, see if you can feel that hip flexor. And then soften that hip flexor too. Your knee can start to fall out to the side a little bit if it wants to. Maybe you will lift your foot up, go for that half a happy baby, hanging onto your foot instead of the knee, but just optional. And if you are holding your foot, you can start to let it go. Guide your knee back to center, hugging it in towards your chest again. And when you're ready for the twist, maybe the right leg will stay long. Maybe a pillow will come under your knee. But just adjust your shoulders a little if the left side starts to lift. Maybe tip the chin over to the left side too. And just feel the twist. Continuing to slow down your day. If there are any thoughts on your mind, other than your breath, your body, your twist, maybe you can set them off to the side. Just relax your shoulders a little more. Relax your jaw. Just feel the next breath that you take. Feel the air coming in to your body and then coming back out. You can stay here for another breath or two. And then use an inhale to slowly roll back out of the twist. Hug your knee in towards your chest one more time, and then you can let it go. Either bring your right knee back into or plant your feet. But if you want to take a couple rocks side to side, massage the low back a bit, add that in. You can decide if you're gonna rock forwards or roll over to one side, but we're gonna make our way up into tabletop onto our hands and knees. If you do have a pillow or something to use today, you might want it just close by, just in case. But come over onto your hands and knees into your tabletop, and if you want to rock your hips side to side a few times, shake out the hips a little bit. We will be making our way into a lunge with our right foot forwards. If you need some cushion for your back knee, you might roll your mat over or add something else. But find that left hip flexor just for a moment. Sink those hips forwards and down. Taking just one more inhale. And then let the exhale bring your hips back for half splits. And maybe just push the ball of your foot and your toes down into the mat. Maybe drop your chest towards your knee a little more. Feeling the length of that right leg. Maybe the ankle, maybe the shin, if you're lucky. And if your toes are pointing down right now, maybe start to lift them, point them up. See how that makes the calf and the hamstring feel as you flex the foot. Awesome work, you guys. Using an inhale, bend back into your front knee. We're going to heel toe our foot to the right side and set up for lizard. So you can bring your hands under your shoulders, continue to sink into those hips. If you want to rest your forearms on something or lower them down to your mat for a little extra, you can do that too. But just breathe softness into your hips. Relaxing through the shoulders. And then we're going to stay here just a little bit longer. If you want to add a twist to this, you can stay on your left hand or your forearm. Start to turn your chest towards your right side, towards your knee. Maybe your right hand will find your knee. Maybe you will reach up. Or if you want to get into that right shoulder too, maybe your hand can find your low back or the outside of the left hip. Let your palm face away from you if it is on your low back or on that outside of the left hip. And you can keep gazing up, twisting. Beautiful, you guys. Take one more inhale if you are twisting. And let an exhale bring you back out. Back into your lizard, and then you can slowly climb back up onto your hands if you aren't already on them. We can heel toe our foot back to the middle of our mat and then all the way back into tabletop, just onto the hands and knees. Child's pose if you would rather. Maybe even downward facing dog if you want to lift your knees. But shake your hips a little bit. Notice how they're feeling so far. Some nice hip openers today. We can start to set up our lunge with our left foot coming forwards. Maybe rolling something under that back knee. That something might be your mat, or maybe you've got a towel or something. Find the right hip flexor. Softening through your shoulders. Not here long, just one more inhale. And then use the exhale to slowly send your hips back for your half split. So you lengthen that left leg. See if you can drop your toes and the ball of your foot down to your mat. Can you stretch the top of your ankle, maybe even the shin? It's a little weird, but it feels pretty darn good. And then if you wanted to start to lift the toes, give your hamstring a lot more love. And then using an inhale to bend back into the front knee. Let's heel toe our foot to the left side. Set up your lizard. Bring your foot out. Bring your knee out and your hands under your shoulders, or maybe it's your forearms today on something or your mat. Sinking into your hips. Maybe you will stay here a little while longer, or you might explore the twist with your right hand on your mat, or maybe it's the forearm, turning the chest to the left. Explore the options with that left arm, maybe a hand on the knee, up in the air, or the low back, the right hip, somewhere else. Maybe feeling the shoulders, the neck, the back, the whole body. Awesome, you guys. Stay for an inhale if you're twisting. And then let the exhale bring you back into your lizard, up onto your hands if you're not already there, and heel toe your foot to the middle. And then eventually coming back into your tabletop, onto your hands and knees, or child's pose, downward facing dog. If you aren't already in tabletop, I'll get you to come there. Spreading your fingers nice and wide, bringing your palms right under your shoulders, taking an inhale to drop your belly down towards your mat. Lift your chest, lift your chin, arching through the back. Notice your toes. See if you can tuck them under. Drop your belly. Lift your chest, maybe turn your elbow creases forwards a little more. Maybe lift the chin just a little more too. Stay for an inhale and then use the exhale to slowly round the spine. And if your toes are tucked under, untuck them. Rest on the top of the feet or the top of the toes. Try to push into your palms and open up between your shoulder blades, tucking your chin towards your collarbone and pulling your belly button in, rounding through the spine, squeezing the tummy, and using an inhale to come back to a neutral place, a flat, long spine and back. Cross your ankles, have a seat, bringing your legs out in front, keeping your knees bent. You can give your knees a little hug, a squeeze. A rock side to side, perhaps. And when you're feeling good to lay down again, you can either lay flat on your back or you could add your pillow again. We can end off today the way that we started. The choice is yours. Maybe you will lay flat with your legs out long, your arms out long, or maybe you will make a diamond shape with your legs. Or roll over to one side even. Just find a comfortable place. And close your eyes. Just scan your body all the way from your toes to the crown of your head. Relaxing through your shoulders again, maybe the hips too. Allowing your body to be still. And maybe you will stay here for a little while longer. Maybe you will take your pillow out from under you for Shavasana. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.